Now, your NBC10 First Alert weather.
We're coming on the air right now to show you the storm damage we're seeing in parts of the area. Just take a look at what happened in Morgantown, Berks County a short time ago. This home gutted by those severe storms that moved through. Another shot. This is also in Morgantown, where you can see hail just pouring down on this driveway and hitting neighbors' cars. And take a look at the storm clouds over this same area. We've seen damage in the area that is consistent with a tornado touchdown, something the National Weather Service will check out and confirm at a later time. I'm Jim Rosenfield. NBC10 Steven Fisher is live in Morgantown right now. We'll get to him in just a minute. But we want to go first to First Alert Chief Meteorologist Tammie Souza with the latest on these storms. Tammie.
Well, the storms have actually diminished down to severe thunderstorm warnings, and they've diminished in size. So we do not have any tornado warnings right now. But we are looking now into parts of South Jersey, even northern Delaware, where we have what is left of that thunderstorm that rolled through, creating all of that damage, and up to 2-inch hail reported with that storm. So as we go from parts of Newcastle County, from Pennsville, over to Upper Pittsgrove in South Jersey, Washington Township, back up toward Camden, Woolwich, we are looking at this storm moving off to the east. We also have a storm from Bridgeton to Cedarville to Laurel Lake moving to the east. You're on the edge of it in Vineland. These have a lot of lightning associated with them, and look at the hail tracks. Again, up to 2-inch hail reported, seen physically from the storm. And this is the main body of that storm moving through parts of Morgantown and into New Morgan and into Chester County. That's where we saw the most damage. What you see here is something we call the shear or the wind damage tracks. So that's where we're seeing that damage from that storm, from the pictures that we just saw you, that correlates with the track that we saw here. This storm actually at one time actually had 2 areas of rotation. So it's yet to be determined as to how many tornadoes or funnel clouds may have been spotted or associated with it. We'll know that at a later time. Jim?
All right, Tammie, let's go live now to Berks County. That's an area that's seeing some of this storm damage. NBC10 Steven Fisher is live for us in Morgantown. Steven, can you show us what's happening there right now?
Well, Jim, we are right off of Lexington Way. This is a neighborhood here in Morgantown. I want to draw your attention straight up here to this house. This is probably the worst damaged house that we have seen in this entire development. This development is in ruins. A lot of debris everywhere. You can see the back of this house here, the corner was just ripped off. You can see the homeowners there talking with some of the officials that came here to check it out, inspect some of the damage. Who knows if that's even going to be safe for them to go back in there tonight. They might have to find somewhere else. But let's take you down the lawn here. You can see some of the trees, all the debris here. There's some siding installation right there, and we also have some of these chairs just everywhere. A lamp pole right in front of you right here that got knocked over. Let me tell you, this is not easy to knock over. This is just solid right here. But we have more parts right here. We have a gutter that fell, this huge tree, and we're talking about some of the debris, stuff that was flying all over the place from some of those winds. Well, this is a chair that is stuck here in this tree. Nobody put that there. That was just stuck there. If you take a look here behind me on Lexington Way, you can see all the neighbors that have come out to check out some of the damage. I can tell you some homes have a lot more damage than others, but a lot of people have trees down, a lot of cars damaged. We have this sign down right here, a lot of debris everywhere. People just coming out trying to see what is in fact going on. We did ask around to see if there were any injuries. We have not heard of any injuries. We'll continue to check in on that. But again, as you can see, let me take you back this way. You can see some of the trees here that have fallen down. We have trash cans. And this one tree, we were just talking with my photographer here. You can see this is pretty much the base of it, but we don't know where this came from. This was not uprooted. This ripped off and came from somewhere else because there is no root around here. So it just goes to show you some of the strength of the winds that roll through here. People here do believe it was a tornado that came through here. We're still waiting official word, but by all evidence here, we have a lot of damage. Again, this is Lexington Way, Berks County, specifically here in Morgantown. It got hit and hit hard. Jim?
Power of Mother Nature and those ambulances there as a precaution. But so far, as Stephen said, no word on any injuries. We'll continue to check on that area. The latest on the NBC10 app, of course, and we'll have much more coming up on NBC10 News at 11. I'm Jim Rosenfield. Now back to our regular programming.
Rarely
changes the game. Now your NBC10 First Alert weather.
Good evening. I'm NBC10 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Tammie Souza, and we've been watching this storm in South Jersey. It does have a tornado warning on it, and you can see a very well-defined hook. It's moving over Cedarville right now. If you are in South Jersey in Cumberland County, you need to seek shelter immediately. You need to get inside of a sturdy building, away from the windows. on the lowest floor. This is Cumberland County. A lot of this is low-lying area, foresty area, it's marshy area, but there are homes in here. This is going to be moving over Cedarville, Laurel Lake, Bridgeton. This is moving off to the south and the east. Now, we have this tornado warning until 8:30 this evening. They may extend it further because you can see the rotation associated with this storm. Here is that very well-defined hook, and we've been watching this for a while. This particular storm has stayed intact. It is a strong storm with 2-inch hail reported. 2-inch hail has been visibly seen and reported with this storm. This is moving off to the south and the east. So again, we're going to be looking at down at 8:28, Dividing Creek at 8:30, Port Norris at 8:37, and Morris River at 8:38. If this storm continues to stay intact, it will eventually track offshore. But again, this is a large storm, very severe storm with a tornado indicated with it. A very well-defined hook. We're looking at a lot of lightning and large hail and damaging winds. We'll keep you up to date on this, and you can get the latest if you download our free NBC10 app. You can watch the radar and get the latest reports and alerts from it. We now return you to programming.